is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, we had some storms, but it is still hot out there today and humid too. Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler lets us know what's ahead. Cindy?
Did you get caught in one of those storms on your way to work?
I did. How about you?
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep, those heavy tropical downpours. We're seeing a few of them today, and there's basically two trails of them, one to the south and another one to the north. And yes, we had some strong to severe storms this afternoon. We had a severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of the Homestead area. That has since expired, but we did get some gusty winds out of that too. So we have another storm that's moving offshore now here between Dania Beach and Fort Lauderdale. This one moving quickly to the east, northeast at 25 miles per hour. So that one's done. We have a few showers and storms that are also pushing offshore here from the upper Keys, from Ocean Reef. These storms also look very strong out in the Atlantic, but didn't get too strong here across the land areas. And then a few more down here in the Keys, Big Pine Key, a couple of showers there. There's one storm. These are also pushing off to the east, northeast rather quickly, about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Rain chances are going to stay quite high. Now tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to put it at about a 50% chance, so a lot like today. Same thing with the wind flow coming out of the southwest, so those storms will come in and they'll move very quickly toward the coastal areas. And then Thursday, rain chances up just a bit, a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere, winds beginning to turn now to the south and eventually the southeasterly direction. And heading into the weekend, we have a weak tropical wave that wants to move in here. So we'll time out these showers and storms. 6 o'clock, we could still have some around and then dry overnight. Then again tomorrow afternoon, again with the southwesterly flow, more likely along the east coast, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. It'll be so hot tomorrow. But look at the rain coming in on Thursday. This is going to be a very wet day, and that's because it's a transitional day. We go back to that southeasterly flow. What about this tropical wave? This is really not a tropical storm we're talking about. It's just moisture. Tropical moisture wants to come in here, and that'll be in here by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. So look for that rain that time. Temperatures tomorrow, it'll be a steamer. 94 degrees, 92 on Thursday. A little bit cooler over the weekend because a better chance for rain.
Voters decide. Primary election day is off and running across South Florida. Some voters headed to the polls bright and early today. There are key races in Miami-Dade and Broward, from who will be sheriff to who will be the Miami-Dade mayor. And we have team coverage this afternoon. We begin with CBS News Miami's Joan Murray. She's in Fort Lauderdale with the breakdown.
When we checked, there weren't a ton of people in line to vote in Broward County early Tuesday. This was the picture in Tamarack. We spotted Mary Donovan dropping off a mail-in ballot. She's a parent and was researching the candidates running for Broward County School Board. So what were you looking for in a school board member?
Someone who's really going to have the best interests of our students and their safety. Yeah, so that's very important.
5 school board seats are up. 2 were appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis, Tori Alston, and Daniel Fogan-Hawley. Another big race to watch in Broward is for sheriff. Gregory Toney has 3 challengers on the Democratic side. Supervisor of Elections Joe Scott said he is hoping for a 20% turnout. Why should Broward voters care about this primary?
Well, this is an important election because we are picking several key leaders in the community, from school board members to judges to county executives. There's a number of key positions that are being decided right now, not going on to November, but will be decided right here in this election in August.
Now, a lot of the polling places have changed in Broward, so make sure you know where your precinct is before you go to the polls. You can find that information on the supervisor's webpage. Now, lots going on in Miami-Dade as well, and my colleague Morgan Reiner has that part of our story.
For the hours that I've been stationed at this precinct in Miami Beach, it has been slow. It's as honest as that. But I can tell you that those who have come here to vote, they said it is so easy, and they're encouraging you to do it too.
Day, Florida.
It was very easy. There's nobody here.
At the Indian Creek polling location in Miami Beach, we met Rebecca Pelham, there to cast her vote at her assigned precinct.
I believe this is how everyday residents get to make choices about their community.
But then I learned she's more than just a citizen casting her vote. She's the executive director of an organization that encourages youth to vote.
August elections always have lower turnout, especially this year because so many vote-by-mail ballots got canceled after recent legislation. But young voters in specific, they move a lot. You know, they're constantly changing their precincts, so getting young voters out to vote takes additional energy.
Supervisor of Elections Christina White said not to get thrown off by the word primary. This election is for everyone.
We're tracking on the lower side of a primary election, so I am here today to encourage all voters in Miami-Dade County who have not yet voted to go to their precinct.
One of the nonpartisan races everyone can participate in regardless of party affiliation, Miami-Dade County Mayor incumbent Democrat Danielle Levine Cava is facing 5 Republican and 1 independent challenger. If no candidate receives more than 50% of the vote, the top 2 would face a runoff in November. We caught up with Cava today.
But I'm excited. I'm hopeful that the people will re-elect me.
Another closely watched race, Miami-Dade Sheriff. Voters have not elected a sheriff in Miami-Dade County in nearly 60 years. 15 candidates are running to be our top cop.
There are a handful of other races, too, from school board members, commissioners to ballot measures. But don't worry, we will have a full breakdown for you on CBSMiami.com. And for those watching who may not have voted yet, don't worry, the polls don't close until 7 p.m. In Miami Beach, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Morgan, thank you. Now to the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Last night, President Biden was greeted with an extended standing ovation. He addressed the convention that just weeks ago was planned for him. It's day 2, and today's theme is, quote, a bold vision for America's future. Former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are both scheduled to speak. CBS News Miami's Skylar Henry joins us live in Chicago with the breakdown. Hey, Skylar.
Hey, now's good to be with you as always. Yeah, it's set to be another star-studded evening here during day 2 of the convention. But not only from rappers and other celebrities, but top Democrats who will be stressing the importance of other races down the ballot as well. But as you pointed out, former President Barack Obama as well as former First Lady Michelle Obama will be the headliners this evening, offering a bridge, if you will, between the past and President Biden and his administration to the future and the Vice President.
That you know, here in Illinois, we know a thing or two about electing presidents.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker looked to fire up delegates ahead of his speech this evening at the Democratic National Convention.
If we fight hard enough, in 77 days, we're going to send Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House.
Last night saw President Biden pass the torch to Vice President Kamala Harris.
I felt that Joe Biden had given 52 years of great service to his country, and passing the baton on was very emotional and energizing for us.
Tonight, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama are both scheduled to take the stage.
I'm looking forward to Michelle Obama. She's our idol, my idol.
As well as former Trump White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham, joining other Republicans speaking this week.
We're reaching across the aisle. Already, we are seeing Donald Trump lose support from his own party, including those who know him the best.
While the party gathers in Chicago, Vice President Harris and Governor Tim Walz are scheduled to campaign in Milwaukee. We caught up with a couple of young delegates from Wisconsin.
I'm surprised you guys aren't hanging out with the folks in Milwaukee today. Y'all are...
I know. Don't get me started on that. I was so sad because I really wanted to go.
There will also be a ceremonial roll call of states to make Harris the party's nominee. Democrats formally nominated her in a virtual roll call earlier this month.
Now, something that you will notice is that convention organizers will move up the start time of tonight's ceremony and events due to some scheduling conflicts from yesterday. So we will see things, according to organizers, sort of stick to the schedule and wrap a bit earlier. We're in Chicago. I'm Skylar Henry. Now, back to you.
Skylar, a lot of people excited about that, especially our late news anchors who went on super late last night, and probably you covering that very late into the night as well. Thank you, Skylar. A smash and grab in North Miami Beach. This afternoon, police are looking for the brazen bandits. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch reports.
It all happened right here at this strip mall off Biscayne Boulevard at 137th Street. And now both stores, as we see, are cleaning up the damage. The manager of one store, Break a Fix, says it was around 2:30 this morning when they were burglarized. Glass on the front door was smashed, and the manager says he was surprised to find out that only some store equipment was taken. At the end of the strip mall, the Guitar Nook was also victimized. The burglars, or burglar, broke the front door. The owner says $500 in cash was taken. He says he has been here for 12 years and was burglarized once before, 4.5 years ago. North Miami Beach police tell us that they do have some surveillance tape, but they are not releasing it at this point. They are also not releasing any description they might have of the suspects in this case. But if you could help, call North Miami Beach Police or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. In North Miami Beach, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
A man arrested accused of a disturbing crime. Police say 25-year-old Jose Rosales Morello walked into a Goodwill store. It was along Southwest 8th Street and 97th Avenue in Miami. Authorities say he waited for the victim to enter a changing room. Officials say he then rushed over and recorded the victim from above the next room without her consent. Investigators say surveillance video shows the suspect recording victims in 2 incidents. He was tracked down and arrested. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench will have the latest on this story tonight at 5. A SWAT situation at a Tamarack Hotel. Chopper 4 over the Wood Spring Suites. This is along Madison Avenue. BSO deputies were called out for a barricaded suspect around 6 this morning. SWAT and BSO crisis negotiators rushed to the scene and spoke to the victim. The surrounding area was evacuated as a precaution. He was eventually taken into custody after nearly 6 hours. When we come back, Disney reverses course, what the company is now saying about an allergy death lawsuit. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Now to the crisis in the Middle East. According to the Secretary of State, Israeli leaders have accepted a proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza. Yesterday, Blinken urged Hamas leaders to accept it and end the fighting. But one Hamas official told CBS News, quote, they didn't receive any new proposals. New details on a lawsuit. It is following the death of a woman who died after eating at a Disney Springs restaurant. Walt Disney Parks and Resorts is reversing course on the lawsuit. It says the matter can proceed in court. According to the lawsuit, Jeffrey Piccolo's wife died from a severe allergic reaction. Previously, Disney argued that since he signed a Disney Plus streaming contract, he couldn't sue. Piccolo is seeking $50,000 in damages. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.